Good evening, everybody, and welcome to... Actually, it's good afternoon. Welcome to... What is this? This is the, Oh, this is backtracking. Backtracking mission, duh. This is the backtracking mission, because now that we've actually completed, the evening, homeworld and unlocked Bentley, we can come back here and actually do all the backtracking things that we need to do. So let's actually go to his level, and then right after that, we're going to go find the little vase that I forgot about for, the millionth time. Yeah, so this mission is actually pretty simple. It's really nothing like some of the other ones where there's really any complicated things happening. No, it's really just there's an egg at the top of the cliff, go get it. It's about it. But yeah, it's not awful. So there's two kind of keys to dealing with a lot of what's happening over here. So you see that there's kind of balls that roll down the hill. Those you need to smack with the circle button, the one that actually does the smack. That's how you deal with, these. And the other thing that you'll see when you actually start climbing the mountain is that, the TNT does not fall off the things.
Hey, I think I saw some rhinox run up to the top.
Yes. There's an egg at the top of the cliff. How unbelievable. That's never happened before. Never, ever. But yeah, so once we start climbing the mountain here, there will be the possibility that either rocks or TNT will round the corner. And the secret to dealing with the TNT is you want to push it back using the deflection with the square. And also, because I failed at that every time. Somehow. Yeah, I sucked. Okay, it's fine. Everything is good. And of course, now I have to go pick up all the gems with sparks by hand. Or without sparks. Without. How many times can I say the word without in a row? Apparently a lot. But yes, I did die. Rip me. Rip me forever, dude. I suck. But yeah, so, again, not an awful thing. I do recall, this usually does take me 1 or 2 tries or something, an extra couple tries, just because I don't know why, but it is a little bit challenging. But if you, I don't know, it's a little bit also timing too, because you do need to smack it a second ahead of time or something to actually be able to properly hit it. Because the Bentley, as you would probably guess, his attack is slightly delayed. Yeah. So see, I missed that there because I was just a little bit too slow on the uptake. Just a tad. But luckily enough for us, they actually do give us a butterfly up here so that we can replenish our health. I've never really found the exact way to deal with that one that bounces. But as long as you have it hit, you're fine. And yeah, so just kind of clear out the rocks, keep moving on. Keep clearing up Umbrella Rhinox. Not too bad. Unfortunately, they do put the two of them side by side, which does make life getting them a little bit more difficult. But yeah, it's pretty good. I actually kind of do like this level, but I also, as I mentioned, recall it being fairly hard. But those two are not always mutually exclusive things. Example, Battletoads. Okay, maybe Battletoads is a sore spot, because a lot of people don't like Battletoads, but also that's because it's so difficult. Which is kind of one of the fun things about it. Not that this is anything in comparison to Battletoads. Mind you, in Battletoads I would have died just for that. Probably would have died for stopping for too long. But yeah. But this is not Battletoads, this is Spyro 3, a 3D platform. Battletoads is only 2D. But yeah, so just take your time. It's not that bad. Bentley is just about as wide as the walkway, so just kind of make sure you line it up perfectly and you'll be fine. Not that big of a deal. Just don't be an idiot. Yeah, and as you can see there, I got the TNT correct. And so I actually did the proper thing and pushed it back. And yes, that will explode on whoever is in the way, if somebody happens to be in the way. I was trying to go kill this Rhinoc here, and I actually wound up getting the egg. Brewbeck. Brew me another Beckin' good joke. I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing. Good lord. At all. I think that's just about it for all the gems we have on the mountain here, because again, at this point in time, I still did not realize that I forgot the damn vase in terms of the recording.
We sure made short work of those rhinox.
Oh yeah. We did. That's who did it. We. What an overused word, we. And I'm not talking about WII or anything like that. I mean people taking credit for actions they didn't do. Anyway, there's the part where I realized I was I forgot the vase. And I almost ran into the portal home. Almost. Not quite. Almost. But let's go start this vase trick off again. Luckily, once you get it on the other side of the map, it really only kind of takes 2 places. It does take a weird path. Because it's kind of weird, because normally in Spyro levels, it like backtracks all the way to the beginning. But in this, it's kind of, it does that, but at the same time, it does it a little bit weird. Because yeah, it teleports over here, which is the one we got before. And then it's right behind this building here, so it doesn't actually make any backwards progress. But also, it skips like a little bit of the level. Not that there's really any spot for it, because this level is actually pretty tiny, all things considered. I mean, what? We fit this and the Speedway into one episode? Yeah, this level's short. This level is pretty short. Learn to speak properly, please. But yeah, and then it hides, where does it hide? It hides right behind this rock, and then it goes all the way back to the center. So yeah, it does do the normal thing where it follows its way all the way back to the center, but it's to be expected. Still a little bit weird. But anyway, we get this, and that, I believe, is absolutely everything to put us back up to the proper gem count we should have had. Is it? Yes. 500 out of 500. Level complete. Let's get out of here because, well, I don't want to be here very much longer because we still have another level to tackle in this video. What a surprise. What level are we tackling? Well, if you've watched any of these previous backtracking episodes, it's the Sparks level. How could it not be the Sparks level? It's always the Sparks level. Right? Right. Let's go do that. But also, conveniently enough for us, the Sparks level is right over here. We don't have to actually go very far to go get it, because it's like right here. Pretty conveniently where we were. If only the backtracking was at the Speedway, we would have been right there. But there's no point in fretting about that now, because it's just a lost egg, it's just another Sparks mission, and this one is Spider Town. Spider Town is actually fairly similar, but there's a little bit more in the way of locked gates. And it's kind of a more limited thing. There's not like colored gates like there was in Crawdad Farm, and everything is kind of just unlocked by random keys that you find that just so happen to be the correct color, or the correct door if you find the right door. It's a little bit hard to tell, but it's not a complicated maze level overall. It's pretty decent to do. Spiders, the general spiders, are decently easy to tackle. They the one annoying thing about the spider plants is that they come out at an angle from this spawner, which the crawdads, I believe, came out straight. And actually, no, did they come out at an angle? I don't remember. No, wait, they do come out straight. Some of the other ones come out crookedly, but yeah. Which can be kind of annoying if you're trying to do this, because this is still pretty much the best way to deal with the giant crops of enemies, because it still is pretty much able to tackle most things if you just... By the way, this is achieved by... This is one thing they taught you in the tutorial, where if you hold either of the top shoulder buttons, L1 or R1, you'll get to do this, and it'll lock your position so you can move and not change your axis, which is really good for aiming while you shoot. Would be nice if they had like a, you know, a dual thumbstick type of deal, but they don't. So... take what you can get and make sure you aim where you're shooting, because that's important. But it is really nice of them to actually be able to aim in different ways. And again, you got that invisibility thing. Again, wait for a little bit to use it. There are 2, or actually 3 flower things here that spiders can come out of. Make sure you tackle them if you can with this invincibility thing here, because it's way easier with the invincibility thing. But also there is the one that's protected by the thing. And so whatever you don't get very easily, just don't worry about, because there's no point in fretting about it. You just want to let it go until you get that switch, just like the last time. Just take it easy. Most of the Sparks levels is honestly taking it easy. Like, that's what you really want to do. You want to kind of just let the level happen, but also you want to just keep kind of taking it back and killing enemies, except for in these center parts here, where you want to make sure you're away from all the enemies. And as you can tell, oh no, wait, that one is the correct door. There's one door I tried to go through later that's not correct. See, I started rushing, and I freaked myself out. And that's when I started trying to lose a lot of the ammo and whatnot, because I was just freaking myself out. Honestly, take your time. Listen to my commentary, not the way I play. Even though I managed to get through it in a couple of takes. Well, actually, I did the whole level in one take, which is probably not going to happen for the last one, because I remember the last one being hell. Well, actually, the next one. I don't really remember the last one that well. But the next one, in particular, I remember being, like, absolute hell for me, and I'm not really sure why, but I do recall it being as such. But yeah, if you've noticed as well, the keys are definitely all the same color. So really, I think this is the part here with the split path. You just kind of, or no wait, there is one more split path. You just kind of gotta hope that that you're using the correct one, especially if you're running from enemies. It's fine, right? Right. And this one gives us rockets. Rockets are not the loud one, so we're okay. I think there is flame a little bit later. And as you can see, there's our second shieldy thing. And I screwed myself over here, because that's the gate I screwed up, because that's the one that won't let you through if you have the wrong key. Yay! And then now we get that key. Or no, wait, it's the key that's down here, but the key doesn't go to that gate. The key actually goes to the high one, which is a weird little trap by them, especially because you can't tell the doors apart. Alright, and either way, pretty simple room, not too much to worry about. Just kind of take out the flowery thing, and then I started using some rockets. Also, the rockets obviously take care of the spawners in one hit. And I'm taking some major damage here, so I've got to be careful not to completely screw myself over. Well, because that's always a bad thing. I'm trying to angle myself here, because you can lock yourself to the angles too, so that's the best way to tackle these kind of flame spidery things here. Because obviously you can outrange them, so if you can get them in a position where you can shoot them, it's best to obviously just straight up outrange them. That's a good strategy, right? I think so. I certainly think so indeed. Anyway, we have now reached the point where we've got that second shield, which is what that button does, by the way. They do a really bad job of explaining that, because it's not like it has any sort of visual effect on screen. But yeah, so we've unlocked the button thing. We can just kind of take out all of the spiders from that last little spawner after we do that. And then here's a gate. We get a little bit more spidery action here. And what do we get here? More rockets? No, that's flames. Oh, lovely. Okay. You are right by the boss. And one thing as well about the boss is that even if you go into the boss having power-ups, which you obviously can do, and I did it last time and for the first attempt this time, loudness, you don't, like, if you die, you lose the power-up. So you want to be careful of that. So you probably don't want to be super sparing of yourself. And speaking of the boss, well, here's the boss. So the boss has one secret way to deal with him that I did not realize at the time. My ears. Good lord. But here's how the boss works. So the boss, as you can tell, spins around a lot. When he is spinning, he is completely immune to damage, so don't even bother trying. And he will spit out spiders. And when he's spitting out spiders, that's your chance to attack. Because as you can tell, he will spin, and then he will spin for a little while no matter what, and then he will keep spinning until you take out the spiders. I mean, he's got a predetermined minimum, but like once you take out the spiders, like as you can see, he's not stopping here because I have not taken out the spiders yet. But also, you can get him to take out the spiders, but now you see the second he took out the spiders, he did stop. As you can tell, that's where we're doing damage to. Hey, look, all the gems, yay! Now we're good, right? Right. Yeah, so we only got like one hit on him there because we weren't really paying attention. And I kind of got my crap together for the next take, because I only think it took me 2 takes for this. I think like once I actually got together what I was doing, I actually did pretty decently. If memory serves. I mean, we will find out here soon enough once I actually die the first time, because I know for certain fact I did not make it on this first attempt. Because eventually I got too bored and just started like trying to go balls to the wall with it. And as you can see, I only have 1 hit left, and we're not going to last very much longer. I try to track him down, and I just kind of go crazy with it. And would you look at that, a spider's going to kill me from the behind. Actually, no, he did. The boss killed me. How convenient. Oh, boy. I always love getting killed by a boss, but thankfully I don't think losing a life in here actually counts for anything. Might be mistaken on that. Alright, let's try to actually do this time. As you can tell, when you actually know what you're doing, it seems to go pretty well. But also, again, I haven't played this far into the game in many, many years. So it was kind of like just me trying to get my crap together. It's a little bit challenging when you've got them attacking you from both sides, but just kind of do your best. The strafing thing, again, will help you significantly when you learn to use it. Like this, because you can just kind of strafe back and forth a little bit and then keep running from the things while still firing and attacking, which is important. So make sure you keep your finger steady on one of those shoulder buttons. Because that is a very, very useful thing, and it's kind of the most useful Sparks thing I think I figured out. It's my way to get through these levels. I don't know. I mean, if anybody knows a better strategy for this, I'd be interested to hear, but that's always what I do, is I just sit there and I just lock the button. And by the way, the range of these is limited to the range of the screen. So if you're firing off screen, you're not hitting anything because the bullets despawn the second they hit the screen, even if the enemy or entity of any kind is completely visible, or it's rendered. Even though it's physically there, the bullets actually do end at the end of the screen. But anyway, that's our only egg. We're done with this. Level complete. Let's get out of here, shall we?
Excellent work,
What do we get this time?
And I
Oh yeah, we get the
think
gem
another
finder ability this time.
Now, if you hold down the L1,
That's
L2,
always good.
R1, and R2 buttons at the same
Yeah, hold
time,
down all shoulder buttons.
Sparks will
You can point
point
to a
any
gem.
treasure still hanging around.
Really, really useful. It sucks that they made you unlock it though. Anyway, level complete.